people are far more aware of what they're eating, how frequently they're exercising and how they're exercising.
It's obvious that there are massive benefits from taking part in health and fitness.
The industry is certainly booming. There seems to be no stop to it, everyone's getting involved.
Irish people have a newfound awareness of the need to lead a healthier lifestyle, as a result of recent startling evidence on the effects of certain foods on our bodies. Since the foundation of the GAA in 1884, sport has been a fundamental part of Irish culture. Today, the GAA has more than 500,000 members worldwide. On an international level, our small country has an outstanding track record. There is no shortage of sporting role models in Ireland. Food has also gone hand in hand with health and fitness. In the past, post-match meals consisted of traditional Irish meals. But nowadays, athletes follow tailor-made nutrition programs, ensuring the exact amounts of each food group are consumed. However, modern-day society has swapped the occasional Sunday game and a pint for daily workouts and protein shakes. According to the Philip Lee Sport Report 2014, a combined 850,000 male and female gym members spend approximately €435 million on gym membership each year. Despite this, as a nation, Ireland is still on course to become the most obese country in Europe, according to the latest figures from the World Health Organization experts. We took to the streets to find out the views of the public on health and fitness today, and how they interact with it.
I do try to keep fit regularly, especially at the weekends. I try to encourage my mom to come to classes such as Zumba with me, because I think it's important for her to keep fit. And we usually go in pairs because I think it's important to encourage each other to go, because if I was going on my own I probably wouldn't go, and if she was going on her own she probably wouldn't go either. And I think with college it's important because of the benefits to keep healthy for your body and your mind.
I think the fad diets are kind of a manipulation on people, because I suppose we learn all about how different foods benefit different parts of our body. So I think people are using it as corporate and commercials to sell products, and they don't have people's interests at heart.
The endorphins, everything, and sometimes even just like that when I walk, it's just time on my own, lovely, and then you can kind of come back into the real world.
Personally, I like to stay active and fit as possible. I feel if I don't do something every day, I kind of get stressed out.
People these days are constantly putting up what they're doing to keep fit, how they're keeping fit, gym selfies, and what they're eating for the week.
Instagram and Facebook. The fitness bloggers, they have millions of followers, and they definitely have a big influence on people's lives.
I wouldn't be a fan of any of them fad diets. I think their diets such as the paleo diet or these detox diets that you can go on for a few days. I think people should be eating real food, eating proper food every day, and getting plenty of exercise in with it. And I think that people, as a result of that, people will be naturally healthy. I think that they're following people on social media like Instagram, and them photos are photoshopped, and the diets aren't true, and people are trying to get to an unrealistic goal.
These people are putting up their diets and not including the stuff that they don't want to include, you know, like, oh, I had a bit of a Freddo there, or I didn't go training, or I was very upset. Like, I think only now it's starting to come out, people are being very honest with, like, oh, I was struggling with such a thing, but there's such a huge pressure with people, like, seeing, you know, if you go to like any of the hashtags on Instagram, you see just pages of like, oh, how to get abs, how to do such and such a thing, and I think it can be very daunting for people because it's focusing so much on the like image of what it is to be fit, and not looking at like the health side of it as well, like mentally. It's slowly coming out, like I suppose with Brezzy and like that Lust for Life program he has, but it still seems there's so much emphasis placed on like how you look at the end, not so much how you feel.
It's gone more of a trend than actually keeping fit for benefits of body and mind.
Sláinte explores this phenomenon through the eyes of three personalities involved in this industry today for their take on health and fitness in Ireland in 2016.
My name is Adrian O'Sullivan. I'm currently the coach of the Kildare Senior Hurling team and the manager of the Ashbourne Cup team in Mary Immaculate College.
I'm Jerry Lynch from Ballincollig in Cork. I'm working here in Denny's Health and Fitness. I'm a personal trainer and qualified nutritionist as well, so I'm working with people all day, every day. I'm coming with different goals, different backgrounds, all walks of life, and just helping them to reach their goals, both nutritionally and health and fitness wise.
My name is Sarah Lavin. I'm a 100-metre hurdler from Limerick. I am the current national champion over 100 hurdles, and I've won the silver medal at European Juniors, and I've also won a bronze medal at European Youth Olympics over the 100 hurdles, and I hold the national junior records, and I'm part of the 4x1 national senior team. I started running when I was 7, so health and fitness has always been really a huge bit of my life.
My take on health and fitness in Ireland at the moment, it might be a little bit different to other people's, I suppose, because being involved in coaching teams and things like that, you're kind of constantly surrounded by I suppose healthy people and people that are into sport and fitness.
In today's world, you know, people are far more aware of what they're eating, how frequently they're exercising, and how they're exercising. You know, they're very much aware that a 30-minute walk is not as good as going out for a run. There's a lot more kind of communal classes, you know, fitness classes, aerobic classes, which are great, especially for females, I think, in health and fitness. For males, I think probably not as much has changed, in that like sport has always been kind of huge in health and fitness for males. You do definitely see an increase in males going to the gym, but I definitely don't think it's as drastic a change as probably for females.
The industry is certainly booming. There seems to be no stop to it. Everyone's getting involved. As I say, male, female, young and old. From my experience about 18 months as a professional, I find that we're almost a therapist as well. Like, people come and they mightn't even expect to talk to you about what happened in work, you know, what's happening at home, any troubles, issues, stresses, and it just comes out. You make this bond with the person, get to know them over a few weeks, get them comfortable in the gym, and all of a sudden it just comes out. I didn't expect to hear it, they didn't expect to tell me, but it happens, you know what I mean? So there's massive benefits.
The exercise is a great way of just clearing the mind and things like that. Unfortunately, maybe our first protocol in Ireland is to turn to alcohol really on a Friday evening when you've had a long week. Definitely the benefits of exercising to clear the head and stuff like that are far better. I know for a fact that the highly performing athletes are also the people who perform well academically, and I think that the fact that they're so used to dealing with stresses on the pitch and having to make decisions and things like that, it transfers into their student life, and they're far better able to cope with the pressures of college, because of their academic background or because of their involvement in sport.
Health and fitness has become more, it's trendy at the moment. You know, like you look on Instagram and there's 1,000,010 Fitspos. They're telling you how many ab crunches you need to do, how many lunges you need to do to get their body. I think it's fantastic that it's popular, you know, that it's obviously much better than sitting in front of a TV and all the rest, but I think like it comes with its challenges, definitely.
I think it's very much a part of popular culture, and you'd see a lot of celebrities and things like that bringing out different kind of cookbooks, and like Rosanna Davison's on 2FM and stuff like that. I suppose the issue with that is whether the information that they're passing on to people is strictly correct.
I definitely think the health and fitness industry has become a big trend. Whether it's genuine or not is hard to say. Like, I just deal with who comes through the door or who approaches me online for some help. If people are happy enough to go out and spend money, then yeah, it might be a trend, but I don't see it ending anytime soon.
I think in general, education on health and fitness is pretty much non-existent.
Some people have done these kind of 4, 6, 8, 12-week courses, which can be frustrating when I've put in 3 or 4 years. There's definitely, from my experience, I've experienced that there's information out there that one is incorrect, and 2 has been given by people who aren't qualified. The key to this is that no 2 people are the same, no two transformations are the same, no 2 bodies are the same. So by rights, you have to take each client as a totally different project. You know what I mean? There's no one diet, fad diets. There's none of these fad diets that work for everyone. Yeah, they might work instantly. You know, you might drop a couple of kgs in the first week, but long term it's not going to work.
I have my own nutritionist and I've learned so much from her. That's brilliant for me, but again, it can't be lost amongst other people. That's not going to work for everybody, and everybody is different. So yeah, there is definitely, I suppose, from a nutritional point of view, a lack of education.
When we first started, the idea of introducing strength and conditioning and dietary education to the underage teams and stuff like that, the misinformation out there was scary actually. A lot of the players, when we introduced the protein shakes, were more worried about the calorie intake on them as opposed to the actual benefits that their bodies were getting, and it was very, very worrying that say do 90 minutes of high intensity exercise, which a county training session is for camogie players, and you'd have players going home not eating, not taking in the required supplements. These are probably things that would not be issues if there was more education on them coming up through the schools. There's definitely a link between social media and health and fitness, and I suppose there's a benefit to it from what I can see. Although obviously with all types of social media, there's obviously of course negative and positive sides of it. I'm not sure whether again celebrities on Instagram and things like this are really helping people, because like say they lead different lifestyles. They don't have to go through the rigors of what a normal person might do. And again, I'm just taking this from a sporting point of view. So if you go back to teenage girls, if Lindsay Lohan can survive on 800 calories a day, well, that's fine, but she's not an elite athlete, and she doesn't have to go through the rigors of what the teenage girls that we deal with would have to go through.
All these celebrities have had these transformations. We haven't seen them working, we haven't seen them putting up information about their diets, not possibly that they may not have to do it anyway, but they seem to have been bigger than we ever saw on TV, and they're better looking now today than we ever saw on TV. So that, to me, that raises a huge question. What's been done in between? Are the pictures genuine? Even with my own before and after clients, I'd always date them. Again, that can be edited, you know, you can nitpick at all these things, but social media is thriving, as is the industry, and they've gone hand in hand in the last couple of years. As technology grows, social media is growing, and it could have outdone it by now. It's massive.
I worry, I suppose, for the younger generation, who I suppose are just more influenced by what's on social media, and they think that they can achieve all these things by over-exercising and all the rest, and they probably think that they can eat the chocolate and the sweets, and by doing the certain exercise they're going to stay thin. The future of health and fitness in Ireland, I think it's heading on a positive trend, to be honest with you. Like, I know myself from a running background, I think there's quadrupled the number of runners in Ireland over the recent years, especially with the recession, because it costs nothing to go out and run. You know, you don't need a gym or fancy equipment or anything. You literally need a pair of runners and yourself, and off you go. So I think that's brilliant.
It's obvious that there are massive benefits from taking part in health and fitness. There's a lot more emphasis on nutrition and preparation and looking after themselves.
I think it'll just continue to grow. The more people that get involved and contact the right people, they'll see progress. They'll make positive impacts on their lifestyle, both on their fitness, on their mental health. There's no reason why it should stop. So I think right here, right now, as of today, and as a professional industry, I think it will continue to grow.
I think probably the future for young people is quite worrying, because they're so easily influenced. It's making progress from a couple of years ago when particularly girls were just not exercising, and it's just when it's coming from an unqualified background, that's where it's really concerning for us, I suppose, as well. Probably just needs to start from a younger age, grab the drop off that's in secondary school, and try and progress that earlier than into adulthood, because there's a bit of a drop, I think, in that area. But overall, no, I think it's in a positive direction, and yeah, I think the future is bright.
So what does the future hold for health and fitness in Ireland? One thing for sure is that our overall well-being is more prevalent than ever in today's society. The fitness trends of 2016 will see the nation exercising more, ensuring that they are looking after their physical and mental health. Whether it's running, strength training, or taking part in fitness classes, they are having fun while doing it. However, caution is advised. Experts are becoming increasingly concerned about the misinformation flooding websites, blogs, Instagram and Twitter feeds. So where do we go from here? We must put our newfound knowledge into practice and help each other to make good lifestyle choices. Together we can turn the tables on the worrying predictions that have been made for our country. Your health is your wealth. Is far an Sláinte, ná an toinse.